Day. And the first one, let's start here. We get a clip of Jameis, famous crab legs Winston over here. Jameis Winston practicing. And this is good. We want to see him throw the ball. That's his kind of biggest knock, is those interceptions need to come way, way, way down. But he's practicing out here, just staying strong in the pocket. They've got some bags over there to kind of simulate the crowded lineman of the pocket. They got this trainer trying to smack the ball out of his hands, and he's looking real good. He's looking confident, keeping his eyes down the field, not losing the grip of the ball, 2 hands firmly on the ball, and he's looking pretty good. But, we want to see him throw the ball. That's really what he needs to work on, finding ways to not throw interceptions because, folks, big interceptions, bad touchdown to interception ratio every single season. 2015, 15 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 22 touchdowns. That's not 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Then year 2, 2016, 18 interceptions, 28 touchdowns. 2017, 11 interceptions. That was on his lower side, right? 11 interceptions, but only 19 touchdowns. So the interceptions came down, but so did the touchdowns. And we can't be having that. The touchdowns need to go up, and the interceptions need to come down. They can't both come down or both go up, because that means you're not improving. You're just throwing the ball more. That's all that means. Then in 2018, this one's real bad. 14 interceptions, 19 touchdowns. And he only played 9 games that season and still figured out a way to throw 14 interceptions. Folks, this is truly not great at all. And then we all know the big 2019 season, the 30 for 30, folks. I just can't even believe it, because this is such an anomaly. Folks. 30 interceptions, 33 touchdowns, but he also threw that coveted 5,000 yard mark. Not only 5,000 yards, 5,100 yards. He got 100 yards over that coveted, that treasured 5,000 yard season. Folks, we gush over Drew Brees because he threw multiple 5,000 yard seasons, and there's only about 8 quarterbacks in NFL history that have thrown for 5,000 or more yards in a season. And the fact that Jameis Winston did that while also throwing 30 interceptions, it's so mind-blowing. It's mind-boggling. That's why he still has something in this league. That's why they don't just toss him in the dumpster and say, all right, you're gone. Bye-bye. The NFL no longer needs you. Thank you for your service, but you're out of here. This is his one saving grace season. They're like, that man really just threw 5,000 yards. Jeez. I guess we got to keep him in the league, and maybe we can work on him. But that's what we need to see from Jameis Winston. Yes, standing in the pocket, big and strong is great, obviously, but we need to see him throw no interceptions. And yes, he did kind of play a little bit last season. Let's take a look at this. He played 4 games. Didn't start any at quarterback for the Saints last year, but 7 completions on 11 attempts, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Those are basically nothing. 11 passes is nothing, but that's why we're a little hesitant on wanting to see Jameis Winston in the starting role now, because he knows if he starts throwing interceptions, he's going to get pulled, and I think that's going to affect his ability, his confidence to try to fit the ball into tight windows down the field. He's like, if I throw one interception, the media's going to be on me. Social media is definitely, oh my God. The first time Jameis Winston throws a pick, they're going to bring up the 30 for 30 season. They're going to bring up everything, and they're going to be like, all right, same old Jameis Winston. We can start writing him off. He knows all of that is going to come as soon as he throws that first interception. So that's why I don't really want to see the Saints kind of go with him as the starter, because I truly think he's going to be a little kind of hesitant throwing the ball, knowing that kind of interception is it's a gorilla on this man's back, folks. It's King Kong on Jameis Winston's back. Throwing an interception will instantly put him back into this kind of bad picture, bad light. He's kind of gotten himself into some better light, kind of being the backup there for the Saints and kind of taking a year off as a starting quarterback and putting out all this great film, all the kind of great practice film and practice tape, and everybody kind of talking him up. Drew Brees talking him up, Sean Payton talking him up, even Taysom Hill kind of talking him up a little bit. So he's kind of found his way back into some good lighting, and as soon as that interception comes, the first one, maybe not even has to be an interception, maybe just like a dropped interception by the defensive back, the cornerback, quarterback, whoever it is, I mean, then we're taking Jameis Winston from great light into stormy, rainy, thunderous, raining cats and dog light, and it's going to be over for him. His confidence is going to be shot, and he's going to go back to slinging the ball, which is still solid, but it results into no wins. I mean, he's a career 28 wins, 42 loss quarterback in this league. That's not getting it done. But, he also does have a little bit of a fumbling problem as well. So, this kind of workout here is still good for him. But I think he definitely needs to have to, we want to see the throwing tape. Don't post these videos of you kind of standing strong in the pocket. We know you kind of do that. We need to see you throwing the ball. That's what's going to make us buy into you. That's going to make us buy into you potentially being the starter and kind of rooting and getting behind you to be the starting quarterback for the Saints. Because right now we are very close. Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill are very close in our eyes for that starting job, but I think we give it maybe 52% to Taysom Hill, 48% to Jameis Winston right now. But we need if we could start seeing this man slinging the ball around. I mean, we didn't really see him that much in the mandatory mini camps and the OTAs. We didn't really see any Jameis Winston film, unfortunately. Now we also didn't see Taysom Hill film, but I mean, if Jameis Winston was slinging the ball around, that film would have been put out mainstream, blasted on the internet, and we never really saw that. Let's go to Jameis Winston's fumbles very quickly, and then we'll move on. But what do we got for fumbles? Where are we at? Rushing. Defensive fumbles. All right, here we go. He's fumbled a lot. I mean, folks, we'll just start from the first season, 2015, 6 fumbles, but he only lost 2 of them. He recovered 4 of them. Then in 2016, his second year, 10 fumbles, but only recovered 3 of them, lost 7. And then come 2017, he fumbled 15 times. He led the league in fumbles. Not great. That's never great if your quarterback is throwing interceptions and fumbling, turning the ball over both ways. Never great there. And he lost 8 that year. Jeez, 8 fumbles lost. 2018, 7 fumbles, 2 recovered, so 5 lost. And then his 30 for 30 season. Not only did he throw 30 interceptions, folks. Not only did he throw 30 interceptions, he also fumbled the ball 12 times and lost 9 of them. He lost 9. That's 39 losses of a football, folks. 39 turnovers, man. And did he have any rushing touchdowns this season? That season, 2019, he had 1 rushing touchdown. So the man was negative overall in the scoring turnover ratio. 34 touchdowns in totality with 39 turnovers while throwing 5,000 yards, folks. I can't get over it. That's why Jameis Winston still holds a little place in our heart here. And that's why we still root for him a little bit, because he has that coveted 5,000 yard season. I'm telling y'all, if he only threw for like 4,200, 4,600, 4,700, he would not be this. He would not be getting a second chance in this league. It is that 5,000 yard mark right there. That's the only thing keeping this man relevant in the league right now. So he's working out, trying to get better. But Jameis, come on, man. Get that confidence up. Start slinging the ball. That's why we hope he learns something from Drew Brees. That's why, once again, why we want to buy into Jameis Winston. We're not trying to knock him and try to bash him and get him out of this league. We want to root for this man. We want to see this man be the starting quarterback in this league. But he needed to work on leadership and ball throwing while under Drew Brees, and now Drew Brees is no longer there, and we just haven't seen it. So I hope he learned that leadership, that kind of breaking down a huddle, no more let's eat a W, and no more 30 interceptions in a season. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, training camp, it's going to be an open quarterback competition there for the Saints, Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill, but we'll know more next month, and I hate this. We get this long kind of month period where there's really no football action going on. After the mandatory minicamps, training camps start late July, folks. I'm talking like July 25th, 26th, 27th. That's the start of the training camps, and that's when we're really going to get thrown into the thick of it in the NFL season. But we'll know more by then, unfortunately, and we're hoping that Jameis Winston got better. We're seeing a little workout from him right here, which we do like, but let's see how he's throwing the ball.